King, get love shit again. Get love shit again. Get love shit again.
Got a suit, I got shooters. I know I'm cooler than the cooler. I know this way you keep your alcohol. I know that I'm about the ball. All of my niggas are savages. Mean off the bone like some scavengers. I know that I'm fly, I got passengers. I love Jesus Christ and Bible passages. My girl so fly, she have a Merlin. She love the majesty like Merlin. And the boss like a Laker, Irvin. Should've kept it clean like this detergent. Watch the shit, I done let the cat up out the bag. I get naked and let the dick out the sack. Let it breathe, get some air. Baby please, I'm already there. Decadent creamery everywhere. I represent me, it's a love affair. Smelling the trees, it's a buzzing here. Carry down with the team if you weren't prepared. Hey, this is my style. I do it to get some attention. Hey, the crowd going wild, so I guess I'ma keep on spitting. Nigga, I borrowed your style, but you won't get no honorable mention. I'm rocking it better than you. I'm making retire, no pension. I just get the bread out the food. Apply sandwich bread and make it smooth. My movement gon' move, that's the move. The only option not to lose. Hey, never been scared, you ain't prepared. I ain't sorry. Your breezy clearly walked the ass over here. I ain't sorry. Mad cause you think I ran out with your beer. I ain't sorry. You tripping cause you think I stole your career. I ain't sorry. Hey, you ain't feeling me, no apologies. I ain't sorry. Hey, sorry not sorry. Hey, I ain't sorry. I don't even feel that bad, my nigga. I ain't sorry. Give no fucks about your ass, my nigga. I ain't sorry. You got options, nigga, choose. We keep it poppin' like the tube. Or your bitch pussy hole in my crew. Colder than the ice under illusion.
Whoops. Hey, I'm over here somewhere, guys. I'm over here somewhere. Don't give up on me. Wait 2 seconds. All right. What's up, Erica? I see you, Ernie. What's up, ADM? This is Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie. Live from Central Oregon, even though my ears make it look like live from the North Pole. It feels like the North Pole. Man, let me tell you this. In 2 years, living at 19 degrees above the equator on a tropical island and swimming every day in an ocean that feels like bathwater, that can really ruin your internal temperature gauge, right? My thermostat, I need to flick that or something because it is hot. It is not hot here in Central Oregon. It is hot though. Like Central Oregon is cracking. Especially the progressive young social justice movement that is demanding to be recognized. There's a lot of people over here doing good work. There's a lot of rednecks though. But whatever. If you can drink, look at what's at the bottom of my coffee. Holy shit. I didn't make this. This looks like one of those little sand things that my grandparents had when I was a little kid. Anyways, you might know it's Coffee and Bong Hits, but you might not be sure until you see this part right here, because this is the part that always lets people know. Y'all ready?
Shut the fuck up, sorry ass motherfucker, stay away from me.
Yes, y'all, and it very seldomly stops.
Yeah, and it'll be a nice little bumper, painted black. So I can look like the trim.
What it do? Yeah. Man, I haven't done a show from the Flight Lounge in a hot minute. And so I haven't said yayer to anybody yet. That's what I always say when I walk in there. Yayer, what's up, Bend? What's up, Jeremy? I see you, Finda. Hi, Sarah. Man, so here's a couple things you need to know. First of all, when I start the show, is that all of our gear is brought to you by standupandfightback.bigcartel.com. Standupandfightback.bigcartel. That includes all the Fuck 12 news, firster, liver, localer gear. We have some big news coming up regarding Fuck 12 news too. And it might not be what you think it is, what it might be. Also, hopefully, you watch all your old episodes on urbansurvivorman.com. That's urbansurvivorman.com. That's where you can find everything. And we're launching all original programming to that website here real soon, including our first ever official standalone game show. Now, I know we've had a couple other game shows on our show before, and we've had some fun with The Pricer is Writer with me in Figure 8. But on the first Tuesday in January, we're going to debut a show called Can No Can. Called Can No Can. It's a term. It's a pigeon phrase they use on the islands. Pigeon is such a beautiful language. It's like if you made a language just out of stuff you found at an auto parts wrecking yard or whatever, auto wrecking yard, right? They just take the best version of each word from each language, right? So one of my favorite phrases is can, no can. If can, if no can, no can. It means if I can, I will. If I can, can. If I can, I can. No can, no can. Can, no can, no can, right? So, yeah, Tuesdays are Mondays for poor people. Definitely, Nick, I see you. Like a lot of people just miss out on Mondays for one reason or another. They don't always get that boom out of the starting gate push that you get from a Monday morning, right? But you can still get a solid 4-day week out of a Monday, and then Saturday is like your blank. So it's like playing Scrabble, right? Man, my earbud is funny this morning. Sorry. Yeah. Bro, I was just talking about the island. Can, no can, no can. That's the name of our new talk show. I mean, our new game show. It can, no can. So what it'll be 3 people, 3 contestants, and I still got to find a host, right? But 3 contestants, and I'll ask your question. Hopefully, I don't have to host it. I don't want to host it. I don't like building machines that center around me, right? So I just want to build this machine and let somebody else host it, and then I'll just produce it. I'll just be the executive producer. I'm coming for you, Belico. Man, I'm just trying to live in Belico's shadow, man. For real. So anyways, I'm gonna executive produce some shit. I was executive producing Hunger Games at the beginning of this year. That was a dope show, man. Young Nell, she was talking about food insecurities and life on the streets of Kansas City. Yeah, Ernie, you should be watching this on YouTube, man. Go to YouTube and watch this. This is where most of the comments. You know what? It's divvied up. That's weird. I never thought that maybe you guys couldn't see each other's if I don't put them on the thing. Anyway, so I'll ask the question, or the host will ask a question, and then the contestant will get to decide, do they answer it? If you can just answer the question, you get 2 points. If you can't answer it, then you get to either bet those 2 points on whether or not one of the other people next to you either can or can't answer it, right? Can, no can. So if I say, Jim, can you answer the question? You say, no can. I'll go, okay, Jim. Now, how do you bet? I can't send the link. It's just YouTube, Coffee and Bong Hits. It should be Coffee and Bong Hits with Jessie or just Coffee and Bong Hits. It's just on YouTube. Just search it. It'll come up. I can't. There's no way to share a link through the... I don't know how to do that. So then you bet. Like, I bet I can't answer it, but I bet this dude can't answer it either, right? So then if you bet that dude can't answer it and then the dude can't answer it, the dude loses a point and you get 1 point because you were right predicting that the other person was dumb. But you could predict that the other person is smart too and be like, I bet Stephanie could answer this, right? And then if they can, then they get a point and you get a point, right? So not only is it proving how smart you are, but also how savvy you are. And we'll get to know each person a little bit, and it'll be a good platform for people to get out their stuff, right? Like, we want to know about the contestants. Like, what do you do? What kind of education do you have? Does the School of Hard Knocks translate into academic success and trivia game shows? So, hey, it responds, Ernie. It works better on YouTube, honestly, if you want to see what other people type, but it's mostly just small talk. But YouTube has less of a delay than Facebook. Facebook has a significantly longer delay. Anyways, Ernie would like to know, where do you guys watch the show from? That would be cool if you guys could just say in the comments, where do you guys watch the show from? And the other thing I want to remind you guys of is that yesterday was Dirty Black's birthday. He'll join us on Thursday, but he just dropped a new video yesterday with Trunk Mob. So I forgot to tell you guys, it's going to be a short episode, so we're going to squish everything into a half an hour today. Sorry for that, but I got shit to do. I'm in Central Oregon for a reason, not just to socially distance myself from Portland. Holy shit, it feels so much better just even getting out to Gresham. Okay, Fenda's on Facebook. Pretty soon, you guys, going into the new year, we're not going to be on all these random links. It'll just be probably the YouTube page, because we're trying to pull everything away from Facebook. So we're staying on, YouTube's way faster and better. So we are trying to pull our stuff off of Facebook completely because Mark Zuckerberg's the devil. So this will be a good time to remind everybody that if you got a business or a plan or even your own personal life, get it off Facebook. Renting space in cyberspace, renting an apartment from Zuckerberg is no safer than renting an apartment in Portland, Oregon. Your rents keep going up, your accommodations keep going down, the neighborhood keeps getting worse. Well, all of you should be doing is going and getting yourself a nice little condominium that you own, or a little piece of land in cyberspace, so that your product can really exist on its own. And then you can still leave your real estate and go dabble with the commoners, right, in social media, but you can always come back and they can never take it away. So for that, check out my man Alex at Total Market Exposure. It says find Alex. Oh man, it is so cold here. You know, when I first left the island and went to Kansas City, that was crazy. That was so crazy. You know, in Hawaii, you don't even have to have a blanket. Sometimes when you go to sleep at night, you might just fall asleep without a blanket and just wake up and be like, that's weird, and not care. And then just roll over and go back to bed. One day I woke up in Kansas City and it was 4 degrees. I'm not even lying. 4 degrees. Like, I woke up, I was like, it's kind of colder than usual today. And I looked at the I was thinking maybe it was like in the 20s or something, which is still really rare to me, right? I don't get to see a lot of stuff in the 20s. But Finda wants to know how many meals were raised yesterday with the telethon 2 days ago. The last I heard, we hit the 500 mark, and so I'm confident saying we raised 500 meals. That would be a pretty solid move to say. Okay, so let's go check the news real quick. I feel like if we don't at least check the news, I haven't even looked at it all. Oh man, hot off the press, Mitch McConnell, the little turtle that said hello. It looks like Mitch McConnell congratulates President-elect Joe Biden for being president-elect. Oh man, Joe Biden is so close to getting what he always wanted out of life. Oh man, all he ever wanted out of life was to sniff Barack Obama's room. I'm so close, Barack. Let me smell the room. Okay, Putin has congratulated Joe Biden. McConnell has congratulated Joe Biden. But Donald Trump won't. That's so crazy, man. Not that Donald Trump won't show any tiny piece of dignity or personal sacrifice for the greater good. It's crazy that he's just willing to blow it all up, right? But that there are people who literally have no floor. There's no basement in these people's lives that they will not follow the president to. There's no point where these people say, damn, dude, I'm done. The dude is an embarrassment. I can no longer support him. I'm done. And people don't have that. Not all people. I mean, just the people I'm talking about. They don't even have that. They don't have a basement where they're like, this is too low. They're just like, yeah, whatever. It's lying. Everybody's lying except the president. He's the real patriot. A Michigan Republican refused to rule out violence in an electoral college protests. Now he's lost his committee seat. That's crazy. They're just like, get out of here. Whoa, they already replaced Bill Barr? Jeffrey Rosen. Let me chase this story real quick. Let me take you guys with me. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Deputy Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen is largely operated outside the spotlight, but that may be about to change. Damn, that dude's got the same. That's Jughead Jones. If you just put the little thing on him. Crazy. This world is so crazy. All right, look. I got shit to do. I know it's like Jessie, but you gotta do your show. Yeah, I did. We'll put in a solid half hour. But, an FBI agent involved in a shooting on a metro train. That doesn't happen a lot. Hold on, let me just grab this story real quick, and then we'll get out of here with that Trunk Mob video. The brand new Trunk Mob video starring Dean Cain from Ripley's Believe It or Not, also known as TV Superman. You guys ain't even gonna believe that. All right, hold on.
Bethesda this morning, a shooting on a Red Line train near the Medical Center metro station, and we're learning an FBI agent is somehow involved in this incident.
Ah, man.
News 4's Juliana Valencia is at the scene for us now. Juliana, what can you tell us?
Hi, Aaron. So we just received a statement from the FBI. It doesn't reveal much, but it does confirm that an FBI agent was involved in a shooting and that one person was wounded and transported to a hospital. Now, during COVID, this metro station has been one of the busier ones because you have the NIH as well as the medical center. But earlier today, you could see FBI agents down there investigating. You had Metro Police along with Montgomery County Police. And again, we're trying to find out.
Holy shit, wait a minute, it's this lady.
As one step in that process, CISA has issued an emergency directive on Sunday night for all federal civilian agencies to review their works for indicators of compromise and disconnect or to power down SolarWinds Orion products immediately. So we are taking a hard look on this and obviously take any sort of cyber hacks very seriously.
And just one more question on Russia. Since Russian President Vladimir Putin has congratulated President-elect Joe Biden, any comment on that from the Russian president?
Perfect timing.
No comment on that. I'll leave it to the president to react to that.
Has he spoken to President Trump?
Not that I'm aware of, no. Let's see. David.
Does the president intend to run for election in 2024, and would you like to be part of that campaign?
I will leave that to the president, but he's still pursuing ongoing litigation at the moment for this election. Yes. Todd.
Thanks. President Trump supported the Texas lawsuit at the Supreme Court, and a lawsuit that President-elect Biden called an assault on democracy. How is it not anti-democratic to try to nullify 20 million votes?
I think pursuing legitimate litigation through the judicial system is in no way assaulting democracy. In fact, it's using Democrat institutions in the manner they are to be used to pursue legitimate claims with sworn affidavits and additional evidence. But I do think what is an assault on democracy are the 4 investigations into President Trump over Russia collusion that turned up nothing. I mean, Mueller alone, you had 19 lawyers, 40 FBI agents, 2,800 subpoenas, 500 search warrants, millions of taxpayer dollars, all to find no collusion. And the investigation into President Trump began far before he was even elected president of the United States. And his intel briefings in the transition period were even weaponized against him. An insurance policy from Peter Strzok was put in place against this president prior to him being elected. That is what is an assault on democracy. Blake.
Haley, I want to ask you about COVID relief negotiations, but just to hone down on what was asked about the vaccine, yes or no, we should expect to see President Trump take a coronavirus vaccine before January 20th and do so on camera?
He will take it when health experts and his White House doctor ask him to do so and says it's the appropriate time. He is very open to taking this, but also wants to prioritize our frontline workers. Since you brought up the vaccine before you asked that question, one thing I do...
He wants to prioritize the frontline workers because one person...
There are 2.9 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine that have gone out. In 21 days, there will be an additional 2.9 million of those doses because, of course, the Pfizer vaccine is 2 doses. And there are going to be rolling updates and shipments of the vaccines. Of course, we've secured millions in advance. And this Friday, there will be 4 million Pfizer vaccines going out. We are hopeful that Moderna gets approved. The FDA said that the data looks good. We're waiting for that EUA. So hopefully there will be that EUA and then an additional 6 million Moderna doses out next week. So 10 million doses out next week. And I want to emphasize, just stepping back from a macro perspective, because it is so impressive what this president did, making these agreements in advance. And he secured not just tens of millions of doses, but in fact, hundreds of millions. There's the 100 million with Pfizer. There's 100 million with Moderna. We've secured another 100 million from Moderna. We're hopeful that we will get an additional 100 million from Pfizer. I think we will. And then Johnson & Johnson is nearing the end of its phase 3 clinical trial. That's another 100 million doses secured, with hundreds of millions doses more if needed. And then AstraZeneca, which is in phase 3 clinical trial, 300 million doses secured. So it's a really impressive achievement what this president has done. But what's your next question?
Negotiations. So there's this meeting this afternoon, the Big Four up on the Hill. We're told, by the way, that Secretary Mnuchin will be there. If the Big Four, if the Treasury Secretary are able to come to some sort of a deal, would President Trump sign off on it, or does he have specific asks, specific red lines that have to be in any sort of deal?
I think we'll wait to see what that deal looks like. He's said that he would really like to see those stimulus checks in there, but his priority at the end of the day is getting relief to the American people. We're hopeful there will be some sort of agreement, but I would note that we've been the party that's been flexible. We've been the party that's said, hey, standalone PPP, that's funding for small businesses and funding for businesses generally to go to pay their employees. We've had a standalone bill that we supported there. We had a standalone unemployment insurance bill. So we've been the party that's been flexible in this.
Clear, if there is a deal that doesn't have direct payments, the president would support it or not?
I'm not going to say if that's a red line or not. I won't get ahead of the negotiations, but I'll just say that we are hopeful there is a deal there that the president can then look at and support.
Yes, Catherine. Does the White House have any comment on Freddie Bailey, the security director who had his leg amputated due to COVID?
Yeah,
Okay.
our heart goes out to his family. They've asked for privacy.
Shut up.
And he is recovering from what I understand. We're
Good
very
dog.
pleased
Shut up.
to see that, but he and his family will
Okay,
be
good boy. Good boy. Come here.
Has the president had a chance to speak with him?
I'm not sure if the president's had a private conversation with him, nor would I confirm any private conversation that he did have. Luis.
Thank you. Thank you for doing this. Over the weekend, a statue of Mahatma Gandhi was desecrated by some protesters in downtown DC. This is for the second time this has happened. I would like to have your comments on that.
Yeah, it's terrible. No statue or memorial should be desecrated, and certainly not one like that of Gandhi, who really fought for the values that America represents of peace, justice, and freedom. So that desecration is appalling to see. It's appalling that it's happened more than once, and we believe the reputation of Mahatma Gandhi should be respected, especially here in America's capital.
Ask one more.
Sure.
Does the president believes that the democracy in the United States is under threat? And based on the streets, what are the electoral reforms he wants to push in this country?
What was the first part of your question? I couldn't.
Does the president believe that democracy in the United States is under threat?
That democracy is under threat. He believes that it certainly was under assault when it comes to
All right, guys,
the
it's
investigations
halftime.
into his administration.
You know what that
The Mueller
means.
probe,
Halftime,
the unfortunate
halftime,
way our
halftime.
FBI was mishandled by folks like Andy McCabe, by folks like Jim Comey, and weaponized in a political.
All right, so that lizard lady that we were just listening to was Kelly McEnany, who, it's crazy to think that the president can continue to get worse and worse people. That lady makes me miss Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders made me miss Sean Spicer. And let's not forget Sarah Mucci or Sarah Gucci, the Gooch, right? Man, it's crazy how people like the president and Cobra Commander can just continue to just cycle through and just find progressively worse guys. Like, remember at first when Cobra Commander just found Zartan? And then Zartan was like, wait a minute, mate. I got even worse guys than me. And they're like, what? And then he came out with the Dreadnoughts. And then people were like, oh my gosh, Zartan and the Dreadnoughts? There could be nobody worse. And then Zartan was like, wait, mate, I got more dreadnoughts than that. And they're like, oh my gosh, who could be worse than the new dreadnoughts that Zartan and the old dreadnoughts introduced? And then he's like, wait a minute, mate. Have you met my sister? She has the same name as me, just with an A at the end. And that's how I feel like the president is doing it, just cycling through worse and worse bad guys as he builds this army of Cobra. It's going to be exciting to see how it turns out. So besides that lady personally being irritating to me, I think it was important that we listened to that press conference, because she's telling us with her own mouth that they got 1 million vaccine doses, and then they're going to get another million from these other people, and then 10 million from these people. And then hopefully some more from these people. What that means is there's going to be a lot of people that don't have the vaccine for a little while. And so the question that I have is, so if I get vaccinated, that means that I will not develop the COVID. But my question is, could I still be asymptomatic? Could I still be a carrier of it? Is it on my mask? Is it on my shirt? Obviously, just getting the vaccine isn't going to stop that, right? And then you have the issue of herd immunity, right? So my concern with that is, and when I say I have a concern, that just means I'm interested in finding the answers to these things that I don't know. It's always a concern when I don't know something, right? So forgive the, I don't know why that keeps creeping up. All right, so it's always a concern when I don't understand something. So my concern is, they always say herd immunity is the key, right? Because I remember the measles vaccine. Hysteria. Like absolute hysteria last year when people were like threatening to like murder each other on Facebook because of the willingness or unwillingness to take the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine, right? FYI, I'm vaccinated. My kid's vaccinated. My pets are always spayed, neutered, and vaccinated. Because I like to believe that we make a choice as society together to do this kind of a project. But whatever, a lot of people aren't into it. So I'm just gonna stay out of the way on a lot of that, and I don't know, man. I'm pro-vaccine because I feel like if there's a disease that we can eradicate, we should eradicate it. But I also don't trust anybody. Trust me, man. Some of those scientists are cops. Some of those researchers snitch. Some of those university funding financiers rat on their friends, right? So just know that don't trust nobody. You know who you can't trust? Dirty Black. You know why you could trust Dirty Black? Because Trunk Mob just put out a new, like sizzling on fire new video. What is going on? Okay, we'll try it this way. Look, they just put out a new thing, a new video. It's a big thing. And it's called Believe It or Not. And it's a lot of fun. And remember that this is Coffee and Bong Hits, and every day at 10:35 I try to play a video from one of my friends. Lord knows I got a lot of friends, man. All right. Let's just play this shit.
Hey, what's going on? So word has it that the Trunk Mob has booked...
Shit. Hold on, you guys almost missed the best part. TV's Dean Cain. Are you feeling me? TV's Dean Cain. TV's Superman, that's what I'm trying to say. From Ripley's Believe It or Not. Remember the show? Ripley's Believe It or Not. Look, I'm telling you, Trunk Mob has special guests always. And Dirty Black is one of the co-hosts of the New Year's Eve party, You Can't Touch This, that we will be hosting on urbansurvivorman.com. You can see the logo way up in the top corner. Don't forget Rajim, I see you, player. Yeah, check this out, man. I'm just going to let this ride. This speaks for itself.
Hey, what's going on? It's Dean Cain. So word has it that the Trunk Mob has hooked up with Knock. Believe it or not.
Yep. It's another one. Let's go. Pull up quick and smack you and your bitch. It's nocturnal, always on some gangster shit on 2-0 Crip. Punk, I'll take your hoe and dip. Put her ass on the blade, cause I don't need a split. Hop out the whip, tripping from the birds I flip. Hey, my shit is fish scale, yours is stepped on. That $1,000,000 mark shit and get the fuck on. I get my fuck on and go the fuck off. You knew I was married, stay the fuck on my phone. This Long Beach nigga out of Portland, Oregon. You don't want static fool, who you frontin' on? Undefeated in the octagon and the Thunderdome. My damn, my whole life was rolling on day to day. Before you bitch niggas even knew what day to days was. Black Packers, BGF, ESPN. See try, throw it up, my real G.
I had to thank God. I woke up and still had guap. Let the low-lows hop from backside to side. Let the ass drop. If you trippin', catch shots. And we ain't missing, that's a red dot. About to make the West Coast pop. Trunk Mob hooked up with knife.
On my bullshit, I'm pointing like tests on a wall. Shorty like big balls, like a Burger King ball head. I make stats like a locomotive. I might just cop two if I like the price I'm quoted. Hop on the good foot, then I Wesley Piper. Chris Kyler Service, the next American sniper. I'm a regular man, trapped in a Superman body. She's a good girl, I'm told, but with me, she acting naughty. It's a menagerie of pandering up and on an annually man. The fold I'm damaging, grinding like a transmission. Must be out of function like a spacey sprocket. Homeboy talking to me like that, knowing he out of pocket. I'm having a good time, but don't get me started. Been knowing to pull a missile by my guap, lil' naga. Believe it or not, I'll show your ass like Griffiths. Believe it or not, boy, I pop smoke, no hit.
I had to thank God. I woke up and still had guap. Let the low-lows hop from backside to side. Let the ass drop. If you trippin', catch shots. And we ain't missing, that's a red dot. About to make the West Coast pop. Trunk Mob hooked up with knife.
I got a bad girl that love the Kama Sutra.
Rick Runick.
82 Buick Regal riding my future. I love them chrome springs on a Custom Spring. All my real low riders out there know what I mean. I got front, back, I can make it tilt. Please don't touch right there on the windowsill. Have you seen the grill on my Cadillac? It's classic. Tell me why the hell your rims look like they made out of plastic. And why your rap smell stank like sweaty sneakers on the ball court. What the hell you just standing there scratching up on your balls for? Man, these dudes, they be tripping. My fifth rim, hit more threes and Scott Pippen, I'm dipping. Blessed another day zone, head above gravestone. I remember back when moms was talking on the payphone. Thank me later and you don't know me nothing. I get it rockin', I ain't talking about Charles S. Dutton.
I had to thank God. I woke up and still had guap. Let the low-lows hop from backside to side. Let the ass drop. If you trippin', catch shots. And we ain't missing, that's a red dot. About to make the West Coast pop. Trunk Mob hooked up with knife.
Believe it, because it's true.
Dude, TV's Superman. That's so hard to me.
Staring at the world through my rear.
Man.
Just looking back at the world.
Well, look, now they're trying to sneak in a Tupac video just to mess up my shit. Nope, nice try. Nice try, nice try. Yo, one more time, happy birthday to the man Dirty Black. I'm excited that we're putting together the New Year's Eve event with each other. We're in a race to see who can get the most international special guests to be part of our historic, socially distant, you can't touch this concert event. Free concert event, no guilt, no responsibility. We don't even need you to share that shit. Just show up and kick it. Talk shit in the comments and watch a lot of cool local artists do kitchen sets, living room sets, one in the chin, one in the den. Oh man, it's gonna be so dope. Not as cool as it not as cool as it would be if you guys helped get this game show off the ground. Man, there's a lot of moving parts going on right now. It's funny because I try to explain to people all summer. They were like, Jessie, what are you doing? I was like, man, working on my graphics. Or, man, just sharpening up my press release skills. Or, man, just sitting at the river in the shade of one branch. Look, just one branch giving me shade at the river, and I got my phone inside that one branch watching a tutorial about how to import and embed videos while some drunk dude at the river is going, put down your phone, put down your phone. And I would just try to respectfully just be like, man, shut the fuck up. Man, just shut the fuck up because I'm working. And they go, what are you working on? I'll be like, I'm chopping a salad. So if you looked at me in June, or you looked at me in April, or you looked at me in September or October or shit, even November, I just was a dude sitting on a bunch of different piles of chopped vegetables. And you're like, hey, Robin. And so it just looked like giant piles of vegetables. And I just kept telling people, I was like, I know, you just keep asking why I'm chopping vegetables. But pretty soon, I'm going to have a salad bar. I'm building a salad bar. And now, in my salad bar, man, you know what I did last night? Check this out, man. Last night, just before I went to bed in my spare time, I talked to one of my clients, partners, whatever. We talked through the press release process, right? Like, check this out. I don't want to write press releases for you guys. I want to teach you all how to write your own press releases. Feel me? Like, there was a time in my life when I had to outsource everything. I outsourced my press releases. I'll be like, here's what I want to write, but I can't stop rhyming on my words. Right? All my stuff, no matter what I wrote, it just looked like a rap song or some Where the Sidewalk Ends. Like, my sentences are just falling like a waterfall beautifully down the page, but that doesn't translate really well to getting media attention, right? And so I used to farm that shit out to Rachel, and it would take weeks. I would wait weeks. Or I would need a poster. And so I would mock up this poster like in pencil and take a picture of it and send it off to somebody else and be like, yo, G, do you think that you can maybe make this poster for me? And then 8-9 days later, it'd be like, yo, how's it going on that poster? Or I would have a video and have to go out and ask people, hey, can anybody chop up this video for me? But then I just started just like, man, when I was sitting on the island, the voice in my head just wouldn't stop nagging at me. Like the mouth voice, the front of my face voice, the one that you hear, that was like, man, I have the perfect life. And then the voice in my ear was like, you just gonna retire at 46, huh? You just gonna just give it up to the ducks and the sheep for the rest of your life? What about the What about the media empire? It's like, well, I do still need to build the media empire. And thank God for Belico taking me in, man, and taking me under his wing and helping me see how it was done. Because I'll tell you this, man, I don't know anybody else really that could have convinced me to hop on that plane, and leave the island. So it was like, all right, well, that was 2020. And I just made the decision. I set exactly 1 year ago with Ryan, just chilling. Oh my God, life was good. Life was so good. I would wake up in the morning in a jungle with just ducks that liked me kind of. And like, they weren't like park ducks, right? They weren't like, running around. And sheep that loved me. And I would wake up every morning. And these animals would just be waiting for me because they would sleep under my Jeep, because I would sleep in the back of the Jeep because I could see more stars than sleeping in the cabin, right? In the hallway. And I wouldn't have to do anything for hours. And I would make my coffee on the barbecue. I would make it in the percolator on the barbecue, and it would perk every morning. And I would sit there watching the finches. And I'd watch the dragonflies buzzing around the pond that we built. And then whenever the heck I felt like it, I would just get up and go swim in the most beautiful lagoons you ever saw. But then I was like, bro, the rest of the world needs you, man. The world needs you, G. You can't. And I was like, I can. And the voice back here, the one you guys don't hear, was like, no can. And I was like, can. No can. So I was like, all right, let's give it 1 year. Let's give it 1 year. Let's dedicate 2020 to doing all this shit you don't like, man. Watching all the tutorials. Finding the one piece of shade at the river that you could just sit under and just sit under and to get a little shade so you can watch the tutorial, man. Setting up accounts, adding apps, paying for apps. Man, you guys know how many apps I pay for? Stupid ones. Like, not just my increased cloud storage, which is just like $3 a month. My Canva is like $13 a month. I pay YouTube twice a month for some shit. That's like $13, 2 times each. Then the StreamYard setup, that's $50 a month. But it's all worth it, man. It's all worth it, man. My production app, that's like $10 every 3 months. Man, that's the best advice I could give you guys. If you really serious about your shit, you have to believe that paying for the premium version of the app that you're using is worth the investment, right? I see a lot of people trying to do live stream talking about how serious they are. They still got the free trial version going across the top, right? Free trial version. Invest in your craft and just do it. And if you need any help, man, I'm the guy that will help you. I told you guys all of December, I will help you for free. So look, not only, check this out. Last night, not only did I help the homie with the press release, right? Teaching him how to write inflammatory headlines, but yet still put the body of the press release in a way that it writes the story for the news, because the news is lazy. So if you lead the horse to water, it will drink, right? It's something you got to learn. And it's something I've learned over, I don't know, 10, 11, 12, 13 years now. So I got it down to a science. I can just teach you how to write press releases. And I know a lot of other people that make their money by helping other people like that. I get it, right? I get it. It's a skill, and you should be paid and compensated. And decentralizing information is always dangerous to the people that hold the information. But man, just think about, look, if you need a press release written, you must be doing some impressive shit, right? You must be pushing. All the times I ever needed a press release, it was for something important. So I will help you. But look what else. Man, me and Riss, we chopped it up last night. The other day, we identified a problem, which was a lack of culturally diverse holiday stories. And not that there is a lack of them. There just might be a lack of awareness of them, or maybe a lack to access of them. So we identified that as a problem, and it was like, wait a minute. I spent all 2020 developing the solutions for that with my vision, right? Like KRS-One taught me. I put my brain where it needs to be, which is back on the island. Believe I'm getting out of here as soon as the island is comfortable bringing on people that weren't born there, right? A lot of white people going to Hawaii right now. I am not one of those kind. Right now, if you go to Hawaii, you're leaving a large footprint, but I'll be back there when the footprint's smaller. Anyways, you just got to share the information. I'll give it to you. So last night, Riss and I discussed making more videos where she's reading those stories so that people can just find them on YouTube and introduce those stories to their own families, right? Wonderfully read by Rissa and directed by me and shot on location with the green screen by me. And then blam, we got those for posterity, right? And then this morning, I spent some time discussing a business and coaching strategy coach, a business coach. I discussed strategy with her because usually she conducts in-person super spreader events, right? They're full of all kinds of dynamic, great people gathering together for like meet and greets and business mixers and stuff, right? So now we're trying to think how we can reinvent the business mixer, because Zoom is not the business, yo. If you are conducting your business on Zoom, oh my God, let me hook you up. Let me teach you about StreamYard. Let me teach you about OBS. Let me teach you about Streamlabs. And like I said, everybody gets a free hour. I'll teach you whatever you need in 1 hour. But if you are the person that doesn't want to learn and would rather just like farm that shit out, I take your money, man. I take your money. All right, the motto for all 2021 is get money from dummies, man. There's a lot of people trying to hand out money. So use those people's money to build a machine that will teach your friends, right? Or that will feed your friends. Build salad bars. So to everybody that asked me all summer why I was on my phone the whole time while everybody else was getting drunk at the river and swimming and frolicking and laughing and doing whatever, man, in their Reebok pumps. Man, I was being disciplined. I don't even know the date, but I think it's like right smack in the middle of December. So I say all that to say this. Monday nights on Urban Survivor, man, we're going to bring back Fight Church Television in an all-new futuristic online format. Tuesday nights, we're going to be playing Can No Can, which is the newest, hottest competitive trivia game, socially distant online. Thursdays, we're bringing back Strange Game on a volcano with exciting new format. I really miss doing that show. Coffee and Bong Hits is supposed to be the junior show. Strange Game is supposed to be the one that gets all my love and attention, but it is what it is. It's easier to wake up and do a show than it is to make sure I'm sitting somewhere at 10 o'clock at night doing a show. So now we got a little more stability. We can bring back Strange Game. but launch it in a traditional edited podcast mode, but you guys can sit in on the recording part of it, so that'll be dope. Then we're looking to do some Friday night video style show where we host like a top 10 video countdown, but with a Fight Church twist on it. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna slide out of here a couple minutes early. I just want to remind you guys of a couple things. One, don't fuck with me.
I'm warning you.
Next time, it's gonna be glass.
Number two, go get that 5 Radio XL app and listen to the FM show.
New music coming up. And we're right back. Now this is G-Eazy. It's your boy, Yo God the King. These brand new, don't step on my business. I'ma hit that if she let me. They don't like how I talk that. What's going on? This is Drizzy. I gotta represent. Hey. It's a rolling, not a stopwatch. Don't ever stop. Have you ever seen a crowd going apeshit?
All right, and don't forget, Flight Lounge got the merch, and they got the best breakfast in the history of Oregon. Oh my goodness. I don't care what breakfast you're talking about, or what place that used to be a masturbation center you eat breakfast at now on 52nd. But nothing is touching what Chef Marcus Branch is bringing out of Flight Lounge. You can get it to go order, get that takeout, and get some merch. All right, when people start singing, I gotta stop. Don't forget about all the original programming on urbansurvivorman.com, including the Cobra Commander Halloween special.
People always ask me, Cobra Commander, what is the true spirit of Halloween? And I call them fools. But tonight, I will tell you on our special, Cobra Commander discovers the secret meaning of Halloween. Only on urbansurvivorman.com. Tune in tonight, fools.
And don't forget about the movement. Yo, it's Jesse Sponberg. I'm rocking with the movement. You can too. Every Sunday night, 10 p.m. only on KBOO, KBOO 90.7. All right, then, remember this. If I don't say Audi 5000, somebody got my phone, G. All right, Audi 5000, G.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers a throwaway. Hustle the overweight.